Hi everyone, thank you for viewing us. So do us a favor, click that big red button down there that says subscribe. When you subscribe, it's totally free to you. Not only is it totally free, but you'll get a notification each Monday when we post new interviews, new insight, and new information. We hope you are enjoying what you're viewing thus far. Please tell your friends about us, tell your family members, your church members. Hey, find a stranger in the street, tell them about it too. We want to take this message to the world. Have a good day, and thank you for watching Alabaster's Box.
That is harder to me is when I have those clients who want that change but aren't committed to making the change. And I find it's like almost I can take it personal. But yeah, things where you're adding a load to your body where you're not just stationary.
Okay.
So swimming would not be an impact exercise.
Okay.
That's
more of a leisure?
Yeah.
Actually, okay. Now, I've heard that people with arthritis or something of that nature, when they get into the water, it helps them. So is that the only type of exercise they can do, though, for something like with arthritis? Or is there any other suggestions you can provide for people who are suffering from arthritis or something of that nature?
So swimming is good for them because it's low impact on their joints. But things like cycling, that's good for them too. You just want to keep the resistance low. And you can do weight training when you have that. You just want to be careful and know your limits. So starting with, lower weights and doing higher reps, using resistance bands rather than using the dumbbells. But there's exercise for everyone, no matter what your health issue is, no matter your activity level, no matter what you hate and what you love. There's something you can do.
Yeah. So tell me, in your journey or with your journey of building up the community and making health and wellness more of a conscious thing, we're doing it intentionally. What roadblocks have you stumbled over?
I mean, besides the obvious, like financial, but I found that like a lot of people just aren't receptive in the beginning. It's really hard when you've been living your life a certain way and somebody comes in and tells you, you have to change this, and this. And, if your parents were doing that, your family does that, your friends do it, you're like, well, why do I have to change? And it's hard, when they take that step, and if they're the only one within their circle that's trying to change, there's a lot of pressure. And I think the thing that is harder to me is when I have those clients who want that change but aren't committed to making the change. And I find it's like almost I can take it personal because I want to save everyone. I want to help everyone. Not that, like being overweight, you need to be saved, but when they just aren't ready and they fall off, I think that's been the hardest thing is taking, like I have some of those clients that just fall off and, they come back after a month and they're like, all right, I'm ready to start again. And then they fall off again. And trying to get them to commit and helping them change their lifestyle, that's probably been one of the biggest things and it's not everyone. It's actually only a couple people, but it's just something that I take very personal.
Yeah, because you're passionate about it and you know the benefit of making that shift. But I've come to realize that a lot of things are mental attitude. So could you just speak on that? What would you share with someone who is ready to make that change? And like you said before, it's a kind of a toss up back and forth. Okay, I'm ready. I'm going to do this. I'm going to the gym 3 days a week, and then I don't want to go to the gym today. And I remember when we had our sessions, I would continue to ask, do you always feel like working out? Because I don't feel like working out right now. And your response, even as a certified trainer, right? Even as a certified trainer, your response was, no, I don't always feel like working out, but I know I need to work out. So it shifts the mental state of, I may not always want to do this, but I know for me to live life in abundance in this arena, I have to make the conscious choice to do what I need to do, not so much of what I want to do. Right. So how did you, or some of the clients that have jumped on the bandwagon and it's thriving in the fitness and wellness, what examples or suggestions or experiences can you share with our audience as far as making that shift to stay and continue on the right path?
So I think the biggest thing, those who have, made that change and stuck with and are thriving now, is that they've changed their mental state. A lot of times people start off and they have this thought of, I'm going to be in a constant state of deprivation. I'm not going to be able to eat as much. I'm losing time out of my day because I have to exercise. And it's looking at it in this whole negative light. And where you should be looking at it as, you're not eating less. You can actually eat more when you eat healthier because these foods have less calories. So you can eat more often. But, you don't realize that. You're just thinking, I can't eat these donuts. I can't eat this. I can't eat that. And you don't have to not eat those things. You just have to eat them in the right portions.
Yeah.
And so shifting your mindset from, looking at food as something that you enjoy in an activity and thinking about it as fuel for your body instead of just things that you want. What do you actually need?
Absolutely.
And I think that's one of the biggest things. And then as far as exercising, there's this whole fad with social media and everyone's putting out these crazy workouts and, CrossFit is real big right now. Everyone thinks they have to do these crazy intense workouts in order to get this body. And that's just not true. And again, like everyone's goal, it may not be to have like a six-pack. It could just be to lose weight, and you have to figure out what works for your lifestyle.
Absolutely.
If you absolutely hate running, then don't run.
Okay, that was a big one right there. Okay, go ahead. I'm ready. There are so many different activities. You don't have to go and throw heavy weights around. You can walk for 30 minutes every day, keep your diet in check, and you're going to lose weight. You're going to get the cardiovascular effects from it. You don't have to lift heavy weights 5 days a week. I enjoy doing it. Absolutely.
And I think it's great for everyone to do some strength training, and there are great benefits to it. But you just have to figure out what works for you. Stop thinking about what you're giving up and realize what you're gaining.
Absolutely.
So looking at that in that positive light rather than that constant state of deprivation, that's the biggest hurdle, is that mental state right there.
So what I hear is just take one step at a time. Do something that you enjoy doing while being intentional about changing your habits that are actually slowly killing you because you're not able to move about life as freely with so much weight on you. And I know personally too much sugar is not good for anyone, right. Because then it's slowing down when you come to the crash, and then you just kind of it's it's two different pillars of emotions and everything of that nature. So could you just take a moment just to encourage those people that want that change, but have not had the motivation or are not continually inspired to make that difference, and just sharing that it is certainly just a moment by moment thing until we form that momentum to keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. If you have these people, if you've fallen off, if you started a fitness routine and then you stopped, if you started a clean diet and then you couldn't take it, wherever you're at in your journey, you just have to start now. Stop thinking about, well, next week I'm going to start eating clean. Next week I'm going to do meal planning. No, you have today. You have this whole day. Eat a healthier meal. Go out and cook your meal. Go for a walk. You don't have to, if you can't make it to the gym, don't go to the gym, but be intentional about your day. You don't have to make it this big production. You are who you are, and you have your own lifestyle, and it's about you and making it fit your lifestyle. You don't have to go out and try these crazy fads. You don't have to be an Instagram model. Figure out what you want, what your goals are, write them down, and then take one step today.
Absolutely. But thank you. I feel inspired all over. I personally feel inspired all over again because that was just a reminder that, one, it is intentionality. It's, so many times we're on autopilot with life that we just kind of waste the day away. But every moment actually counts, and we can achieve any goal that is set before us with intentionality and making a conscious effort to do so. So thank you very, very much. Thank you very much for coming on the show today. It's certainly an honor to know you as a person and to have taken your fun classes. Take your fun classes to just know how much you can push your body and just kind of move from there. So again, Susan Ottey, you guys, owner of Better Bodies 757 in Hampton, Virginia. Could you tell the viewers your address so just anyone that's in the area can take your class or visit your studio or look you up or anything of that nature in this camera here?
Yeah, so we're doing some remodeling right now, but it will be open soon in the next week or two. But 47 East Queen Street in Hampton, that's downtown Hampton. But you can also email me, Coach Ottey at betterbody757.com. You can check out our website, www.betterbody757.com. Wherever you are on your journey, you need help, you have questions, I'm here for you. I really just want to touch as many lives as I can. This is what God put me here for, and I plan to help y'all.
She's great, you guys. Trust me, she's great. But thank you again for coming on the show, Miss Susan Ottey. My husband calls her Ottey. He doesn't remember names. But anyway, I do thank you for coming on the show, and it was a pleasure, just our conversation today. And like always, thank you guys for tuning into Alabaster's Box with Tiffany Hayes, where we are inspiring and enriching thought.
Today on Alabaster's Box, I interviewed with Tiffany Hayes. It was a great experience. Tiffany and her husband, they're a client of mine, and I love meeting with them. Every time I talk to them, I'm very inspired, and I can always feel God between them. And it's been a great, great show. I hope that you guys are listening, that you can take something away from this, and if you feel so, you can like, subscribe, and share this channel. Keep sharing, keep being inspired.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for viewing us. So do us a favor, click that big red button down there that says subscribe. When you subscribe, it's totally free to you. Not only is it totally free, but you'll get a notification each Monday when we post new interviews, new insight, and new information. We hope you are enjoying what you're viewing thus far. Please tell your friends about us, tell your family members, your church members. Hey, find a stranger in the street, tell them about it too. We want to take this message to the world. Have a good day, and thank you for watching.